Standing in your kitchen, reaching for something on a high shelf, and for just a second, your foot shifts, your body wobbles, your hand shoots out for the counter before you even decide to move it. That moment, that tiny private moment of catching yourself, if that's happened to you lately, even once, you're not imagining things, and you're not alone. Here's what I want you to know before we go any further. That wobble isn't a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that a system in your body hasn't been asked to work in a while. And systems that aren't asked to work quietly get a little rusty. Not suddenly, not dramatically, just quietly. The good news, and this is the whole reason I'm making this video, is that this particular system responds at any age. With the right kind of gentle, consistent input, balance can improve, real, measurable improve. Today, I'm going to walk you through 3 simple exercises, the kind you can do right in your own home, holding on to a chair or a counter, that are specifically designed to rebuild that steadiness. No equipment, no gym, no getting down on the floor. Before we start, tell me in the comments, how's your balance feeling lately? Steady most days, or have you noticed a little more wobble than you'd like? I read these, and I promise you, whatever you're feeling, there's someone else reading this same sentence nodding along. Now, let's talk about something you've probably heard before because I want to gently correct it. A lot of well-meaning advice says, just walk more and your balance will take care of itself. And look, walking is wonderful. Please keep walking. But walking alone doesn't fully train balance, because when you walk on flat, familiar ground, your brain and body have already mastered that exact pattern. It's like practicing the same sentence in a language you already speak fluently. It doesn't challenge the system that actually keeps you upright when something unexpected happens, a curb you didn't see, a rug that shifts, a moment of turning too quickly. That system has a name, and I want you to know it because knowledge is part of confidence. It's your balance system, and it's really a partnership between 3 things: the strength in your legs and hips, the sensors in your feet and joints that tell your brain where your body is in space, and your inner ear, which acts like a tiny level, constantly checking if you're upright. When all 3 of these are trained together, your body becomes remarkably good at catching a stumble before it ever becomes a fall. That's what today is about, training that partnership directly, on purpose. So let's talk about what this actually protects in your everyday life, because this isn't abstract. This is the system that lets you step off a curb without a flicker of fear. It's what lets you turn around quickly when someone calls your name across the room. It's what catches you instantly and instinctively if you trip on an uneven sidewalk. It's what lets you stand in the shower, reach into a cabinet, or carry a laundry basket down the hallway, steady, unhurried, in control. And here is the part I most want you to hear. This is trainable. Not just for people in their 50s, not just for the naturally athletic. Research on older adults consistently shows that balance and stability can improve meaningfully with regular, targeted practice, often in a matter of weeks, not years. Your nervous system is still listening. It's still learning. It's simply waiting for you to ask it to. Let's get into the 3 exercises. I'll walk you through each one slowly, and remember, you can always keep a chair or counter within reach the entire time. There's no rush here. No rush at all. Exercise 1, the steady stand. This first one targets the muscles around your hips and ankles, the quiet stabilizers that make constant tiny adjustments every time you're on your feet, whether you notice them or not. These are the muscles that keep you from swaying when you're standing in line at the store or waiting for the kettle to boil. Here's why it matters in daily life. This is the muscle group that lets you stand still and steady without that subtle sense of needing to shift your weight every few seconds just to feel secure. To do it, stand behind a sturdy chair, feet hip-width apart, hands resting lightly on the back of it. Just resting, not gripping for dear life. Now, very slowly lift one hand off the chair, just one. Hold that for a slow count of 5. Breathe normally the whole time. Don't hold your breath. That's a common habit, and it actually makes balance harder. If that feels steady after a few sessions, try lifting both hands off for a slow count of 3, hovering them just above the chair back so they're ready to catch you instantly if needed. Stop the moment you feel real unsteadiness, not just mild effort. Effort is fine. Unsteadiness is your cue to hold the chair again. Start with 3 repetitions of 5-second holds on each variation, once a day. As weeks go by, you can extend the hold time or try it with your eyes closed for a second or two, which challenges your balance system even further. Small, honest progress. That's all this needs. This is the exercise that lets you stand at the kitchen counter, chopping vegetables or washing dishes without that background hum of needing to hold on. Exercise 2, the weight shift. This one trains something a little different, the sensors in your feet and legs that constantly report your position to your brain, along with the leg strength to respond to what they're telling you. Think of it as sharpening the conversation between your feet and your brain. Here's why it matters. This is the system that lets you recover instantly and automatically when your weight shifts unexpectedly, like stepping onto grass that's a little uneven or a rug edge that catches your foot. To do it, stand tall, holding the chair with both hands to start. Slowly shift your weight onto your right foot, letting your left foot lighten until it's barely touching the floor, like a feather resting there, not lifted, just light. Hold for a count of 3. Then slowly shift back to center and repeat on the left side. Move slowly and with control. This isn't about speed, it's about awareness. As you shift, notice how your ankle and hip make small adjustments to keep you steady. That's your balance system working exactly as it should. Do 8 to 10 slow shifts per side once daily. As this becomes familiar, try lightening your grip on the chair, using just fingertips, and eventually, if it feels appropriate for you, no hands at all, always with the chair right there as your safety net. This is the exercise that helps you turn in the kitchen, reach across the car to grab a bag, or step sideways to let someone pass, all without that jolt of sudden unsteadiness. And a gentle reminder that applies to all 3 of these: move within a range that feels challenging but comfortable. And if you have a health condition, joint pain, or any concerns about your balance, it's always a good idea to check with your doctor or physical therapist before starting something new. They know your body, and their guidance paired with this routine is a wonderful combination. Now, let's bring these 3 together into something you can actually follow week after week without it feeling overwhelming. Here's the simple version. 3 times a week, spend about 15 to 20 minutes moving through all 3 exercises: the steady stand, the weight shift, and the marching balance. That's it. You don't need an hour, you don't need every day. Your body doesn't need to be pushed hard to respond. It needs to be asked consistently and given time to adapt in between. A simple way to think about it: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever 3 days fit naturally into your week. Maybe after breakfast, maybe before your favorite afternoon show. The exact timing matters far less than the consistency. Your balance system doesn't care what time it is, it just cares that you keep showing up. And I want to be honest with you about something important. Some days will feel steadier than others. That's completely normal. Balance can be affected by how well you slept, how you're feeling that day, even stress. Don't judge your progress by any single session. Judge it by the pattern over weeks. Are you noticing generally that you feel a little more sure of yourself, a little less hesitant on the stairs? That's the real measure. As the weeks go by and these start to feel easier, and they will, that's your cue to try the small progressions I mentioned. Less hand support, longer holds, eyes closed for a moment, a touch more control in the movement. Let your body tell you when it's ready. There's no prize for rushing. If you're finding this helpful and you'd like more routines like this one, built specifically for strength, balance, and independence as we age, without any of the intimidating gym stuff, consider subscribing. That way, future videos land right in front of you when you need them, instead of you having to go searching. No pressure at all, just an easy way to keep this kind of guidance close by. I also want to gently name something, because I think it deserves to be said plainly. Needing to work on balance is not a sign of weakness, and it's not a sign that something is going wrong with you. It's simply a sign that this particular system has been quiet for a while, and it's ready to be woken back up. That's all this is, waking something back up. Some of you watching this might be thinking, I wish I'd started this years ago, and I understand that feeling. But here's the truth I want you to sit with instead. The best time to start was years ago. The second best time is today, right now. Not next month, not when things settle down, today. Even if today just means standing behind your chair for 30 seconds and lifting one hand off it. Your body is far more responsive than you might have been led to believe. It doesn't require youth to adapt. It doesn't require perfect health or a spotless track record of exercise. It simply requires that you ask it, gently and consistently, to do a little more than it's used to. That's the entire secret. Not intensity, not suffering through something hard, just showing up a few minutes at a time and giving your balance system the chance to remember what it's capable of. Think about what steadiness actually gives you back. It's not really about the exercises themselves, it's about what they protect. It's the confidence to walk to the mailbox without scanning the ground for every crack. It's reaching for a plate on a high shelf without that flicker of hesitation. It's stepping into the shower, turning to answer the phone, carrying a grandchild's hand down the porch steps. All of it done without a second thought, because your body has quietly rebuilt its trust in itself. That's independence. Not a big dramatic word, just the simple freedom to move through your day the way you want to, on your own terms, without fear sitting quietly in the background of every step. So here's what I'd love for you to do. Pick one of these 3 exercises, just one, and try it today. Not all 3, not perfectly, just one small start. Then come back and tell me in the comments which one you tried and how it felt. I read every single one, and I genuinely love to hear from you. It's not too late. It was never too late. Your body is listening, and it's ready whenever you are. Take care of yourself, keep moving, and I'll see you in the next video.